Hello and welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our bi-weekly casual talk fest where we talk about things and stories that have happened in our real lives. If you want to contribute to the show, go ahead and reach out to any one of us on Twitter or leave a comment wherever you may be listening or viewing to this podcast. Fuck that little bit up, but without further ado, my name is Tay.
I'm Tori.
I'm Tyler.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. So we have an album to talk about right
We
off the
do?
bat.
Your album?
Yeah.
Your album that you made.
Yes, it's the album that I made. Definitely not Us by Brother Ali.
Under your pseudonym,
Brother Ali.
Brother Ali.
Dude, I'm a bad motherfucker. But yeah, no, the album of the month was Us by Brother Ali. Threw a little bit of a curveball in there.
Yeah.
We haven't had a hip hop or rap album yet, so I decided to go with that one because I really liked a lot of the songs that were on it. Now, I didn't listen to this album all the way through at first when I first heard it, like before I recommended it to you guys.
Okay.
It would come up occasionally on my Pandora, like one-off songs
Yeah.
from the albums. And I was like, hey, I can dig this. This is pretty good shit. But my first full-time listening through it was through this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like from cover
So this
to
was
cover.
even like kind of a
first for you as well?
A little bit, yeah.
Almost.
Like I knew what was coming as soon as I heard like the first couple of beats or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like,
but it was
oh
still
yeah, I
kind
know
of
this song.
you were a little bit in the dark about it still.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the flow of the album too, from going from song to song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well. Sorry to just there we go. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the album?
My thoughts. I like a lot of the storytelling that's going on in this album. There's a lot of really good anecdotes, and the beats are really, really stylized and just have a good feel to them, right?
Yeah.
And the emotional like chart of this album is
Yeah.
all over the fucking place,
Right.
and I
Yeah,
adore that
absolutely.
because like the album starts off and he just fucking goes in strong with like I forget what the initial track is called.
Yeah, The Preacher.
Yeah, like the preacher, and he's like, you know, all amped up and shit, ready to go. And then he goes into a song about like, hey, I like my life, but I'm not trying to brag. I just
Yeah.
have a good life. And then immediately you go into like some somber shit about like the slave trade and
Yeah.
like fucking, what's the song called where he talks about, it's like about the girl who immigrated from Somalia, and then it's about
Yeah.
The Travelers, I think it might be.
No, that's the one that's specifically about the slave trade.
Yeah, I don't ever know names. I only know track numbers.
Yeah. I'll look it up while I'm talking. But yeah, that one where it went from like the girl who was immigrating in from Somalia, and then
that was great storytelling.
The homosexual kid, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
who's the third one in that song?
Oh my gosh. I suddenly forgot
I know,
everything.
right? But
in the
there's
world.
three separate stories
Yes.
in that song.
It's track 6.
And they are all super good, and just, you know, I almost cried 2 times listening to this album because it got real sad.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But you know,
It
the
hit
rest
some really
of,
heavy points.
it is. And I just love the fact that he's also like a Minnesota native.
Yep.
So there's a lot of like, you know, like
Cool. You hear shout outs to Twin Cities
yeah,
and
like
stuff like
Twin
that, which
Cities,
is cool.
my hometown. I'm like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, I
Yeah.
live there now. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought this album's a nice ride all the way through. And I would listen to it over and over again because it is great.
Yeah. Tightrope is a song I think you're talking about.
Tightrope, that is exactly the song.
Now, I want to hop in before Tyler because I feel like Tyler's gonna have a couple paragraphs to go on about here. I really, really like this album. I've heard some Brother Ali in the past, but I've never heard this album before. And just listening to it straight through, like all of like it's very old school, like very old school types of beats. Kind of like has like a funk vibe to a lot of the beats
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
There was some like one of the songs had like the kind of orchestral sound to it. One of the last songs,
The best song.
yeah, and it was just fun to listen to because it had a good, even though all of the songs were relatively short and like self-contained, like there wasn't like a full through line or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they each told their own stories in the way they needed to be done. And he's just got a great voice. He's got a great flow to how he says all the lyrics and everything like that. It just made for a good listen too. Had a bit of like an atmosphere vibe to it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's any rhymesayers.
Right, and
Rhymesayers
yeah.
sound very
Because is it
Similar.
Atmosphere
There's
also
a
from
style
the Twin
to-
Cities?
Yes.
Yeah, and it also sounds very similar because Ant was the sole producer for this album.
Oh, really?
Ant was the
okay.
only producer who is part of the duo Atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great, and I enjoyed almost every single song on there.
Yeah.
It all offered something very unique and very fun, and I re-listened to it multiple times because I enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I made my way through this album like 2 or 3 times.
Or I should say, I went certain tracks.
Yeah.
I really liked The Preacher because that came out really strong, and I also really liked Fresh Air, which is the one about like my life is great. I like where it's at right now,
Yeah.
but it was like not super kind of mundane things like,
Yeah.
hey, I can afford a house now. I'm not hopping couch to couch. I love my life. It's great.
Yeah.
I got married last year. My life is amazing. My kids are cute. My life is amazing. It was just like, yeah, like those little wins, man.
It's literally bragging, but it's not like I got so much money,
It's
motherfucker.
he's not
Like,
as the kids say, flexing.
Yeah, no, he's just
Not
like,
flexing too
hey,
hard.
everybody, I just want to talk about what I think is great in my life.
Yeah.
And everyone's just kind of like, yeah, brother Ali, you do that.
Yeah. I appreciate
My
that.
favorite part about that song actually is that it's cyclical. It starts with "I'm the luckiest son of a bitch that ever lived," and it's the closing line of the song.
Yeah.
I thought that's really cool.
Nice bookends to that. Mm-hmm. It's good. And then I think the song "You Say," I believe is the one we're talking about.
You say,
Right, Tyler?
Puppy Love.
yeah,
Yep.
Oh yeah, big supporter of Puppy Love.
Take it on.
Love
Big
that sample.
Bigly.
That sample, like, that was such a great combination of like, fuck, I can't get my notes to open. I can't get my phone to open. Motherfucker.
is it? Oh, that's not good.
No, it is not. No, it's most certainly not. But, anywho, I loved Puppy Love. I thought that was one of the best samples that Ant has ever found and used. And, like, everything that, like, he added along with that just worked perfectly. And, like, Brother Ali is great at changing his voice for each song. Like, he really went for, like, a very, like, painful kind of delivery in Puppy Love. And I really liked... I love when albums have like either like a full concept or a loose concept where it starts with like you get this imagery of like he's in a church and like someone's introducing him as the speaker, and then from there he grabs the mic and then you get like a full album, and then the last track is like him just like still with that same beat from before with just like people clapping in a church,
Yeah.
and then it's just like another song with that.
Right.
I love those concepts like that, or when albums like really close out like that, like, okay,
Right.
this was a story that has now finished.
And that gave it a through line, even though, like I was saying, the songs didn't. The
songs
themselves
themselves didn't have
but that
through lines.
that bookended the album in a very good way. I
Oh
liked
yeah,
that.
and then I really liked Tightrope a lot because it was a great job of introducing a character, giving like all the background information necessary, and then telling a full story within one single verse, and it just worked so well. Like it was just like, oh yeah, this is tight. Like this is. There was nothing else that needed to be added, or nothing that was missing.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed getting, because I was really, really into Atmosphere for a long time. So I enjoyed getting back into kind of the style that's like a lot of storytelling based on that. I would have, however, because like there was only like 4 songs that dealt with like storytelling from another's perspective.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen more, because I really like Atmosphere's album When Life Gives You Lemons, because that's entirely like almost every single song is a story about another person. And I think those work best, because I didn't like when it got to the songs. Like I didn't like The Preacher.
Okay.
Like I loved the production on it. Like almost every single song I was like, God damn, like this is some of Ant's best work.
Yeah.
Like with like the funk, and like I can't think of what song it was because I can't get my fucking phone to open. There we go. Ha ha.
You did.
conquered it.
I bested you, Apple. Give me your money, John Apple.
Johnny Appleseed, the creator of Apple.
Track 14. Track 14, because it was like a modern blues beat. It was
Slipping Away.
Slipping Away. It was like a modern blues beat, because it had like an 808 as like this buzzy sound that was doing like a blues scale or something, and it was awesome. Like I thought that was so fucking cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool musical stuff going on here.
all of the like I was writing down that like Ant's abilities with like funk, blues, and electronic are just like seriously endless, and it does have a distinct Rhyme Sayers sound, which can sometimes be a good thing and a bad thing, because then sometimes it's like, well, I've heard this Rhymesayers artist before, so I've heard all of them now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets to be like that. But I really, really liked Poppy Love. God, that was the coolest fucking sample I've ever heard. I seem to be like more interested in the production throughout the album than anything else. I will say though, I fucking hated the one song with the features with the other two people.
Yeah.
Best at it.
Best at it.
I was all right with it.
God, I hated Best at
Yeah,
it.
that was probably my least favorite as well.
So
Even the beat was too much, where it was literally just the same chord being played over and over and over and over. Like there was no break. It was just the same chord. And I was like,
yeah.
holy fuck, I can't wait for this to end.
There was like a couple songs in a row where it started getting like,
It was, to
a
me,
little bit like heavier rap.
track 10 to 13, I was just very like, I said,
bad motherfucker to games.
yeah, I was very much like, until we got to track 14, I was like, okay, now I'm back into it because the modern blues beat. But like before that, I was just like, songs about himself are a lot weaker. Not into this because the story isn't there. It's getting like, and then track 13 is where I kind of fell off into the point of like, okay, this album is getting to be too long. Like,
okay.
because like albums can be an hour, but you have to supplement it with enough to make it an hour long. Like, whereas this got to be like, okay, we're approaching the 1 hour mark and this is getting to be a little exhausting at this point. But then Puppy Love came in and I was like, need me some more of that.
Got him back.
Need me some more of that stuff in my life.
As a counterpoint to why I liked Best at It, my friend Brett kind of introduced me to rap more or less, because he started listening to it a lot more back in high school, and that's kind of what got me going and found my own like little niche of like, oh, I like this rap, right? But my friend Brett likes like the harder pop rap stuff, so like Lil Wayne and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So a lot of that harder like poppier rap has a lot of punchlines in it, so like almost comical lines, you know, where they'll just say something like, I hate this line, but Lil Wayne has a line where he's like, I'm gonna pop that pussy like a pimple, and it's like, oh god, but it makes you laugh, right?
Yeah.
So
You love lines like that?
Real G's moving silent
it's like lasagna. Yeah, it's a great line.
I fucking love that one.
God.
I love that Joe Budden interview where like he got really serious and he was like, Lil Wayne can do whatever he wants. But I'm just saying, like, rappers like Lil Wayne said, real G's moving silent like lasagna. He can do whatever he wants.
So that's why I liked Best at It, is because there were a couple of those punchlines in there. Like the second guy, who was a Sikh rapper, talking about like he made some reference to eating a pork chop or something. He's like, yeah, I eat pork. What about it? It just made me laugh. I thought it was really funny. But yeah, I think Brother Ali's verse in Best at It was a little too long. They probably could have cut off about half of his and made this kind of like a real quick one-off, like, because it's presented as a freestyle kind of a thing, which is why I think it's so simple. Is because it's just like this one, track that just kind of repeats itself a little bit too much, just so these rappers can come in and just blow through their verse as a freestyle or however they want to like portray it.
I had written down that I really liked track 8 because
The Travelers,
the Travelers, like I loved. Yeah, it was like really like it managed its goal as a song like perfectly, where it like after you're done listening to it or like while you're listening to it, you're like, oh, this is something that I've never put thought into because I haven't had to. And like it really like what did I write down? Like you don't understand like the effects or burdens of like being an enslaved person, what that might do to someone, or like really making you think like, oh, like this is like a real thing, and like I've never had to think about it, but now it's like forcing you because you're listening to it, like listen to this for a second. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna put some thought into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard that song before.
So that was a good little surprise.
Yeah,
for you.
I've heard Baby Girl before, and that song's real sad.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard the Travelers before. So hearing the Travelers come out of, this album, I was like, oof, because I was
Yeah.
driving home on the way home from work.
Yeah.
And I've got my, my bass cranked a little bit because my car has some decent subwoofers in it. So the beat's just going, and I'm listening to this like super detailed, grim,
Yeah.
historical story.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting in like 9 to 5 traffic, I'm like, ooh.
Tracks. Speaking of having like good, speaking of having good subs, track 7 had one of the heaviest fucking kicks I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like that thing was just like poof, poof. Oh shit!
It's like the mallet is hitting your
yeah,
forehead.
it was like it's just like right in your face. I was like, oh wow, I like that. That's interesting. But like I liked getting back into the storytelling world of like rhyme sayers, hip hop for a moment, like because most recently, like I love 21 Savage and I love Travis Scott, and like I've been listening to a lot of like rap music like that, where it's like now like this is the popular music now. And it's great, but it was just nice to get into like the storytelling stuff again.
Yeah.
It was very refreshing
Yeah.
to see a different take on the genre again.
I love me some of them old school beats like that. I love that
Absolutely.
style kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
why,
Bap.
like, I'm not super into hip hop, but like Atmosphere and now this album, like,
It's just
right up my alley.
Ant's so great at sampling. It's
it
unbelievable.
has the potential to have a lot of energy depending on like the sample and the beat, right? But a lot of this was like kind of middle energy, right? So like something you can groove to and get into, but not like in your face, like I'm gonna scream at you for a couple of minutes.
I
kind of
listened
rap.
like while I was listening to it, I was like, I really liked the album because it's great for active listening. Like it's like that's what it's meant for, is like you're really meant to like listen and absorb what he's saying and contemplate it. But then like it also works for passive listening because the production is so great and because
Yeah.
it has that blues and funk and soul that it just kind of keeps you grooving, and you're just like, yeah, I'm not really paying attention to what's going on, but
Yeah.
I'm really into this.
Yeah, and in my sophomore year of college, when I wasn't really super
You
into
can't relive your glory days.
when I wasn't really like super into like group org, so I wasn't spending all my time away from my room or anything. I would play Hearthstone or like video games or whatever, and I would have my Pandora on, and this album came up there a lot because it was just like a hip hop station on Pandora that I was listening to, and those chiller beats that would come through on this album were just so nice, just have in the background too if you're not actively listening to it. So I completely agree.
Yeah, you're allowed, like it's available for passively listening.
Yeah. It's like two different songs almost. One if like you get the story if you're listening.
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah,
you
absolutely.
Get, like, the nice,
Yeah.
And I like how the power, instead of power just being like some crazy bass and like beat fetishism type of stuff, it was like, how's the power going to come in? Horns. We're going to have a horn, like horns going nuts. And I'm like, hell yeah. I like that style a lot. So
I
good
love
choice on the
Ant's
album.
work. I love Ant's production. He's one of my favorite like samplers, like classic like vinyl samplers. It's just good stuff. I don't know how he finds what he does, but like he can get like electronic shit in there. Like he's found like old house stuff that he's made into beats for Atmosphere, and it's just like, god damn, like how do you even approach that?
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's a wizard.
He's a wizard.
A music wizard. Well, yeah, so that was album of the month. Again, it was Brother Ali's Us.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, check it out on any streaming service. Or maybe even you can buy it on iTunes if you really wanted to.
Do it. Support the artist.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Buy a CD. I just want to go back to the album for a second because this made me like actually laugh out loud, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this song a little bit more now. It was one of the more like braggadocious songs. I had written for track 11 like initially, songs about himself are a lot weaker. The beat is so groovy though. The song got a lot better when he said merch sales are tax free.
Yeah. And like the cover charge you paid is my salary or something like that.
Yeah, and then from there he went on like 4 really seamless bars after that. And I was just like, that was the highlight of the album for me. Well, not the highlight, but that was just like a good like, That was pretty good moment.
Yeah.
Like where his lyrics actually like
Where you
more-
might
less
not be
the lyrics, but more so like how he enunciated everything
yeah.
and like how seamless and like similar these like lines
It's
were.
like
These
one of-
bars were just one after the other.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where you're kind of like not really grooving to it, but then like that shit happens. You have to kind of go like,
I respect it.
yeah, and you smile a little bit and you're like, all right, that was all right.
Yeah.
Good line.
All right.
All right, so I want to talk about movie theaters and the theater experience and that type of thing because I'm scared it's going to go away.
You're scared it's going to go away?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever
I'm
go.
glad.
Well, you're glad it's going to go away?
Glad.
Oh my
it'll
god!
go away.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
The movie theater experience is you cannot get that at home.
It's an unparalleled experience.
It is.
And that's
Absolutely you can.
No, you cannot.
You do not have that screen. You do not have the surround sound
You have the
capabilities.
ability to get it.
Yo, you're going to buy an
You're
IMAX
gonna-
screen?
Okay, IMAX is a different story entirely.
You're gonna buy a fucking Dolby Atmos system for your home.
That'd
Yeah.
be dope as hell, dude.
Like 7.1 or whatever?
Yeah, you are not gonna have that.
4.1 surround sounds fine.
No, it's not the same.
It's not
though.
the same. There's
Okay, so
there's a ritual when you
movies-
go to a movie theater. You're walking through the dim like hallways trying to figure out which like seat you're gonna be in. You overpay for popcorn, but you cover that shit in butter.
Okay, I guess I should elaborate on why
Well,
I'm
Tay doesn't
glad.
see movies, so
No, that's
Also that.
yeah.
I don't like the part with the other people. That's the part I'm not a fan of. Because one of the worst theater experiences I have ever had was on the premiere night of the newest
Weeaboo's Most Wanted.
on the premiere night of the first of the new trilogy Star Wars movies. What is it? Fucking, it's not A New Hope. I forgot the name of it.
The
whatever.
Force Awakens,
Yeah, that
directed
one.
by J.J. fucking Abrams.
yeah, that
That's
one.
who
That
we have
set.
right behind us on the set of The Force Awakens.
Basically.
on Jakku.
Basically, what had happened was I had my best buddy Zach sitting to my left, and that was fine. But just the worst theater goer to my right, on his phone the whole time, smelled real bad, dumped popcorn and soda all over my shit. Like,
I'll just say it. If you talk or go on your phone in a movie theater, every patron in the building should have the right to kill you.
yeah.
Yeah, there should
See,
be
that's
a policy where you can stab them.
Yeah.
See, that's the part I'm glad is going away. But the whole, big screen, like, sound setup, that's all right. I like that.
Unparalleled.
Yeah.
It's unparalleled. Like that
Yeah.
is the way to see a movie. That's the way that when filmmakers in Hollywood are making their movies, they're not picturing how is this going to look on the Blu-ray. They're picturing how is this going to be in the theater.
That's fair.
That's
And
how they make movies.
not only like with the edits, but also like with, like in my eyes, it's like the sound. Like they have their whole like stage setup. Like they do not move that knob. They have like the stage setup and like they have like the movie theater system around them in their room, and they specifically mix and master for that because they know this is where the movie theater levels are going to be. This is where everything's going to be in a movie theater. This is the experience that I'm giving you with this movie.
Yeah.
Like they mix it for that.
Yes.
It's not for your TV.
Yeah.
No.
It gets a shitty down, not shitty because they do a good job with it.
Yeah,
But
it's
a
not.
down mix.
It's not
Yeah.
the best way to see it.
No.
And I'm so sad that it's going to leave because that's another reason why I wanted to go into like film and video production in the first place is because I remembered like that feeling of going in and there was like at the theater I would go to as a kid, like the red carpet and like the kind of dim lights that were they showed like shined down the posters that were like coming soon and all that kind of stuff.
It's a romantic experience.
It
It is. And it's like it's not just a nostalgia because I still get excited when I go to movies. Like that's just
I love going to see movies.
It's like one of the best things in the world for me. And I am so
It's not going
sad.
anywhere.
But it might become a very niche thing. Like I don't want it to just be those small little theaters.
No,
Stuff like that,
I think like AMC will be around forever. I don't like. I think they might not do as well because they're not like that new theater that went up by us. That's like it's a draft house theater. Like it's like a brewery.
Yeah.
But you also see a theater. I don't give a shit about that. I want a dedicated movie theater. Like I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck what else you have, but like the general public doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like it's very much like, well, I mean, I don't want to get up and like go to the theater.
Yeah, like, oh, it's so expensive though. A ticket's like $10. That's a beer. Just do that. Like a cocktail is $14. You know what I mean?
That's an expensive cocktail. Where the fuck
That's
are
a
you
pretty
kidding?
reasonable.
That's a
What are you
normal
talking about?
cocktail.
That's a normal cocktail.
No way.
If you're not at a dive bar, that's a normal cocktail.
Lush in the cities, I got a mojito for $8.
Must have been mojito night.
No, that's
Must have
the
been happy
normal
hour.
actual price on a regular average night. 14 is absurd for a cocktail.
They water it down.
No, it was a glorious, delicious mojito.
Tyler, can we just agree I'm right on this?
Yeah.
What the
thank
fuck?
you. Thank you. Thank you. Like, it's not, oh, it's too expensive, or like, oh, the popcorn and everything. Then don't get popcorn. Like,
Dude, literally do what
go see the movie.
Do what everyone has been doing for 15 years. Sneak your own shit in.
Yeah. Like, go there, buy the ticket, go on $5 Tuesdays or whatever.
Or a matinee,
special.
yeah.
Whatever. There's all kinds of deals because they want to get people in the theater. They're not making money unless you're in the theater, so they want you to go there. They will be doing deals, and they will have student discounts for popcorn and all that kind of stuff. Or sign up for AMC Stubs.
This episode
Super
brought
cheap.
to you by AMC and Coca-Cola. Go see the movies.
Dude, don't even. I would be so happy. I have been an avid Stubs member since the dawn of Stubs. All right, I get to see free movies like every fourth movie because I just gain so many points. Like you get rewards really quickly.
And you've gotten me into my movie theater. You aligned my movie theater experience into what it is today, where it's movie, and you got to get the vanilla Coke with it.
That's the way to go.
God, I love vanilla
You gotta
Coke.
get the vanilla Coke.
You go to the freestyle. You go to the freestyle. You get yourself a vanilla Coke. That's God's drink right there.
And
That's
you
the
get
nectar
honestly,
of Zeus.
if you can afford it, get a popcorn too.
Yeah.
Because vanilla Coke and popcorn, that's the spot.
It's really
That's
good.
the way to do it right there. If you're a Stubs member, you can get a large for the price of a medium for the price of a small. There
Yeah,
you go. You're in.
Shit, I'm gonna sign up.
Yeah.
Regardless
I
of
think
the
I have an
movie,
AMC by me.
the best way to see it is in a theater. Like even though I don't care about the Marvel movies, it's just a test of time, and it was like this is going to be like the thing that's going to be in like film history books is the release of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like how like they've been doing this for 10 years and you finally get the culmination.
Yeah.
So I had to go see Infinity War in theaters.
Yeah.
And I can't picture seeing it any other way because it was it was a spectacle. Like, it was
there are
an
movies,
event.
like there are movies that aren't really good movies, but that I will recommend to people is like go to the theater to see because this is a theater movie. Like
Yeah.
Ready Player One, theater movie. Not a very good movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks expensive. And there's so much going on. You need the big screen. You need the big booming, rattling sound coming in.
Star Wars is the theater movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, Inception is a really good candidate too.
Yep.
You can watch that casually and like it's good, but the theater experience for that movie was incredible.
Same with
I
Interstellar.
Yeah.
sad I missed that in theaters.
Interstellar.
Oh my God.
Interstellar was absolutely like that was the theater
That-
experience
that's
with
the-
like the shot in space where the thing is spinning.
And the music is blaring. Like you're in this like your heart's beating, you're sweating, you're watching it like on the edge of your seat. Like that was I remember like that movie's long too. That movie's like what 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like that.
up for you,
Dude, I think it's like 2.5.
Yeah, it's a super long movie, and I remember when it ended, I was like, "What? No, I don't want it to be over yet. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be done."
It is 2 hours and 49 minutes
Yep.
long.
Yeah, it's
That
okay.
is
So it's
insanely
almost 3
long.
hours long, and I wanted
What I
more.
hate about theaters though is they got some kind of voodoo magic in the building where like, all right, I just went pee. Like I made sure I went pee beforehand and everything.
start,
And as soon as it starts, it's like, why do I have to pee?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I just went. Why do I have to pee?
when I saw the first of the last two Harry Potter movies in the theater because my sister.
So Deathly Hollows Part 1.
Yes, that one. My sister and my mom are really into it.
Filthy casual.
I wasn't super big into Harry Potter, but
Neither am I.
I drank an entire large Coke.
Oh, no.
Before the movie even started.
That's a bad move.
I already had to pee.
Oh, no.
And me being my stubborn, don't want to cause a fuss, I sat through the whole movie with this gigantic bladder.
Did it hurt?
Oh, it hurt so bad, Tori. And
Ouch.
because that movie's fucking long too.
Yeah.
I was expecting
Ouch.
like, oh, since it's a two-parter, I'll be here for like
An hour and a
maybe
half.
hour and a half, 2 hours. That I can handle.
No, they made it
No.
2 parts for a reason.
Yeah, no, it kept
Because it would have been like a 5.5 hour
And I
movie.
was
There's no way you
sitting-
could have enjoyed the movie.
I did. It was okay, but like,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it was only an okay movie.
It was. Oh,
Harry Potter sucks. I'll say
God,
it.
it was bad.
Go on.
But yeah, that was. And then as soon as the movie was over, I just looked at my mom like, move, and she's like, what? I'm like, move, and I dove over to get
Yeah.
to the bathroom.
My
You hit it and just explode. Like it ruptures inside you.
my favorite theater experience was absolutely like when I had like seen the news that Disney had officially moved through and purchased Star Wars, and then when I saw the first teaser trailer for The Force Awakens, like that was just
That was
like,
a phenomena.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Like this is like I haven't had a Star Wars thing in forever. Like since I was literally a kid. Like this is my first like going on my own. Like oh my god, I'm so excited. And then buying my tickets ahead of time,
Yeah.
getting the
Yep.
perfect like literally as soon as the trailer went up, buying my tickets right away.
We bought it that early. Holy shit.
Yeah, like getting because I knew it was going to be sold out for days.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and then getting the seats I wanted, and then like I have this thing with Star Wars where probably like maybe a month before the actual movie comes out, I start getting really worried about my mortality.
What the fuck?
Like I start really being like I could die at any moment. Like I could and then I wouldn't be able to see Star Wars. Like I'm so close. Like I'm a month away, and like driving down the highway, you know, the chances of dying pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like
You start seeing all the different ways you could die every day.
literally every single thing I do, like a month before Star Wars comes out, and I already have
Final
my ticket.
Destination.
Yeah,
shit.
A trip to
I'm-
Target becomes Saw.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about that, and
Yeah.
it's fucked up because like I'm just like no, like I'd be fucking pissed if I died.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't die instantly and I was just like laying on the ground dying, I know for a fact I'd be like, fuck, The Force Awakens would have probably been so good.
The day before episode 9 comes out, I am just going to execute you.
No, but at the same time, I get this like, I think it's like this weird crackhead strength. Like I think I would have.
Is that a thing? Crackhead strength?
Oh yeah.
I think I would have like angel dust or crackhead strength. Like if anything were about to happen, like the day before I saw Star Wars, like
my
you pull a
God.
gun on me, I will rip your face off. I will eat your face. Do it. No, but
Break his arm.
but then like finally going to the theater that day, and like I made it a ritual. I didn't want to see it during the weekend because I worked every weekend, and like not like short shifts. They were like 10-hour, 11-hour shifts. So I didn't want to like force Star Wars into that.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to like have a day to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I like shut down all of my social medias for the weekend, didn't look at my phone at all, didn't interact with kids where I worked because I didn't want them saying anything about the movie.
Yeah.
And then
That's smart.
on Monday, like I walk into the theater, I got my tickets ready and everything. I get my popcorn. I'm treating myself. It's Star Wars Day.
Yep.
It's the one day of the year I get to like feel alive.
Yep.
And then like sitting in the theater, and just when it starts, it's like The Force Awakens was perfect from the get-go, and just like the excitement that went along with it, and like seeing it on the big screen with the surround
That
sound.
opening fanfare.
Oh my god. Like just seeing like the Lucasfilm thing come up, and then
Yeah.
like just childlike wonder. And then
There's no comparison.
yeah, and you have to do that in the theater because there's nothing else like it. But then the moment where I just about creamed my jeans,
Yeah.
like I literally started like kicking in my chair. It was like in the final snow fight, when they redid the lightsaber sound, and like that's one of the first times that you hear the lightsaber ignite is at like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, come and get it. and it's this huge bass noise that they've never
Yep.
had that just floods the theater and it hits you in the face. And I just like sat in awe. I was just like, this is life.
It was
I've
everything you would ever wanted.
everything I had ever wanted. And that's my relationship with the theater, though, is like,
Yeah.
that's what I think of. Like when people say movie theater, like
Yeah.
I can never get that experience sitting at home.
If that
I can
movie would
never
have,
get
if that movie
anywhere.
would have like just dropped straight on Netflix and you would have been able to watch it day one with no issues, you wouldn't have felt like that. You might have still loved the movie.
I wouldn't have had the
wouldn't have-
excitement.
It
though.
wouldn't be like that.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
have paid off. It's like that build up, like,
And then-
okay, here's trailer number 1, here's trailer number 2. Like,
Yeah, Disney
here's-
knows what they're fucking doing with their marketing for sure. Because those
Like, oh my god, when I go to Target, I'm starting to see like
yeah.
the like posters and like the cardboard cutouts of Kylo Ren and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Although I don't know why BB-8 had to be on my bag of lettuce, but all right, I'll let
I'm
that
okay with
slide.
I'm okay with BB-8 being on my clementines.
The thing, like inversely of that, is that there's a lot of shit going to theaters now because,
Yep.
and I'm not a Marvel fan and stuff like that, so I get annoyed where every month there's 2 new Marvel movies in theaters. Like, not even exaggerating. Black Panther's somehow still in theaters.
Is it really?
How is that happening?
It's
And there's-
almost like Disney has a chokehold on the movie making industry.
I know they do. They have a chokehold on everything, but there's so much bad shit being made, and then people will go and see it as like the Emoji Movie. Like, how funny would it be? No, it wouldn't be funny if you went to see it in theaters. You know why? Because that's going to fund a sequel, or that's going to fund the
But-
meme movie.
On the like other side of that,
We were
it's
already
still,
on the other side.
It's still people now to get the other side of your other side
Oh shit!
to spank your bottom.
What the fuck?
It's still
Yes,
getting people
Daddy.
into the theater.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's good for the theater.
It's
still.
good
Yeah.
for the theater.
But
but it's
an
bad for
ashamed-
movies that will be in.
Yeah,
theaters.
It's
an
bad for
ashamed
studios.
thing. Yeah. Well,
it's
Sony,
good for
Sony Pictures
studios.
hasn't had a good track record.
It's
Oof.
bad for filmmaking as an art
Oof.
form.
God, because Sony Pictures is just not killing
Sony
it.
Interactive Media killing it.
Dude.
Sony Media.
Yeah, Sony
Sony
Interactive
Pictures.
Yeah,
Sony Pictures is
not so good. Sony Interactive Entertainment killing it right now.
They're doing pretty well.
Absolutely crushing.
God of War, Spider-Man. We got Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima coming out.
Ooh, that is
They are fucking
Just slaughtering
destroying it.
everything.
So I guess that makes up some of the money they do on their dreadful movies.
yeah.
But in summary, the
In conclusion,
in conclusion, no, like the theater experience is something you literally cannot get anywhere else. You cannot get it in your home. You cannot fucking stream the theater experience on Netflix. As comfortable as watching a movie in your own home may be,
Yeah.
like if it is a movie that I want to see or even one that I'm slightly interested in,
Yeah.
I'll still see it in theater because I want that. Like I
Yeah.
want to, one, support the movie outright at box office numbers.
Right.
And then two, like I want the full theater. Like I
Right.
don't want to just like sit on my couch and watch it.
yeah.
well,
Because while it's convenient, it's
yeah.
never going to be the same.
It's a lesser experience by a huge margin.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you guys, if we overthrow the 1% and redistribute the wealth, maybe we can all start to afford our own personal theaters.
But I don't want that. I want to go to a theater.
If you redistribute the wealth, I don't think we'd all have enough money
No, but
to
you
build
could
a theater
you could start to invest.
in a theater.
No, in like stocks and shit, and then get up higher with that money that's
That
been
sounds like some
redistributed.
capitalist talk. I thought we were overthrowing the 1%.
Right, we go socialist for about like a month and then go back to capitalism. Reset. We just need a reset button.
Then we just make another 1%.
Much further down the line.
But this time we'll be in it.
yeah.
That makes it okay. Yes. I've given up all of my values for the low price of $1 billion.
Yeah, no, it's like it's like the purge, but only with money. Huh?
That is capitalism.
No. Like once per year, on one day, every financial crime becomes legal.
Ooh.
For a day.
I'm going to be tossing money into escrow left and right. Don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I hear it on shows.
all that's going to happen. All that's going to happen if there's no financial laws for one day, all of the rich people in the world are just going to put their money in offshore accounts that day.
Yeah, what are they
Yeah.
going to do that offshore account when it gets robbed? Because financially, that's legal now. Huh? Do you
they're
think
going to
about
have
that?
the best
That's a violent
encryption.
crime.
Yeah. Do you think there's
That's not a financial crime if
Yeah,
you
it
rob
is.
a bank.
Yes, it is.
But it's still a violent crime, so I don't know
No,
how
it's
that
not.
would work.
Not if you don't shoot anybody.
I'm not sure about
Hey,
that
it's still
one.
financial adjacent, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes it legal.
Yeah.
We're working out the kinks.
In summary, go to theaters.
In summary,
Yeah.
go to your
As much as
Go
I
to your local AMC, join Stubbs premiere. You know, they actually have Stubbs A-list now. You can see 3 movies for just
what
$29.99.
movies are
a
in
month.
theaters right now?
That's a good
last one I
question.
saw was Black Klansman a couple weeks ago. And
Yeah,
Oh, God, that looks really good.
I didn't
Was
get
it
to go out and
good?
see that yet.
yes, I loved it.
I need to see that. And to supplement my point, I just don't like other people, I suppose.
Well, I hate other people
Yeah,
a lot.
that's fair.
But you know what?
Tori and I were
yeah.
talking about earlier how, like, if you have a child, you no longer have the freedom. Like, you lost that privilege to just go to a movie theater.
of anything that's rated more than PG.
Okay, yeah, that's what we said. It's
Yeah.
like if it's a child's movie,
Yeah.
then you could bring your child. But if I'm going to see like Interstellar or something like you don't bring your kid in because
Yeah.
I'm going there for that great experience. I'm going there like paying for the tickets and all that kind of stuff so that I can get that
And if
great
your kid
experience
is
I
loud,
love.
you got to shut that shit down immediately.
They should
Yeah.
just have child protective services at the door to that theater, and if they see like a parent come into like a horror movie with their kid, they're just like, nah, give them over.
Yeah. Nah, you lost that one.
Okay, here's another tip. Don't support anything with Melissa McCarthy in it.
Really?
Let's kill her career.
Oh. I was gonna say that's not nice. Nobody's career deserves to die. And then I remembered who Melissa McCarthy was.
Yep. And she's in the Happy Time Murders. How funny is it that we
Is
took
that a Sony?
Muppets
Is that a
and made it-
Sony movie?
Fucking, I don't know.
What the? We're doing hard research right now.
Yeah, there is
Time Murders.
there's nothing good in theaters right now, and that's just another point. Like we need to get the good stuff. Like 8th Grade was an A24. Like anything A24 is putting out.
I told you that Hereditary was A24, and you're like, I'm never going to see it.
Yeah, because Hereditary looks stupid. I'm just saying A24 does do a lot of like they take a lot of the chances and do the more artistic films.
Oh God, Henson was a part of this. It
Oh,
wasn't
no,
just a
I'm going to
bad
go see.
company?
Okay. I'm going to go see The Little Stranger tomorrow. That's the one with Domhnall Gleeson.
I didn't even see a trailer for that actually.
It looks really weird and like really creepy cool. Like, I don't even know what it's about,
Dude,
but
I'm just
it's
trying to
got
see the
Domhnall
Meg.
Gleeson and it's got a dope poster, and I want to see it.
All right.
God damn it.
What?
The Jim Henson Company was part of the Happy Time Murders, and that really fucking depresses me. Like,
Jim Henson, creator of Garfield?
no,
Yes. But no, that's Jim Garfield.
that's Jim Garfield, yes.
Right.
No, the Jim Henson Company being a part of the Happy Time Murders just lets you know that company has lost touch of the original creator's intent, and that makes me really depressed.
Who's Jim Henson?
The Muppets,
The Muppets
Sesame
guy.
Street.
That's what I thought, but I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way he was part of that.
Nope, that I literally just looked at the credits.
And it's
The Henson
it's
Company.
their puppeteers doing the
Yep,
puppeting.
that's really fucking depressing.
We're all
Let's talk
just
about
puppets
something
now.
else. Let's talk about something
Ooh.
else.
Anywho, I was gonna say, like, to kind of go back on like theaters and kids. Like, I was in, I don't remember what movie now, but like I
Dude,
was saying,
you were in a movie?
whatever. I was in the theater, and like, if you have children, you lost that privilege to just outright go because you chose to have kids or get a fucking babysitter. And if you can't, sorry, you have kids. That's the reality of it.
Yep.
The Oatmeal had a really
You
good,
don't go to the movies
the
anymore.
Oatmeal had a really good comic of like his ideal movie theater, where like the top section was just like a normal movie theater, but the bottom section was this like these seats encased in a glass dome with a bunch of screaming babies in it. It was pretty funny.
Oh, if you bring in a baby, you deserve to be shot on
Yep.
sight.
Yeah.
I'll just say it. No, but I was in a theater, and this kid like started to like say something at what was going on the screen. They were like, "What's going?" And the mom instantly was like, "Shh, you do not talk during this." So it was like I was fine with her speaking for that 1 second because it wasn't just like, "Okay, stop."
Yeah.
Stop. She shut that shit down
Yeah.
instantly, and I was just like,
the way to do it.
mad respect.
Yeah.
yeah, it was That's pretty
'Cause
good.
You're
That's good
ruining
parenting
people's
right there.
lives.
Anywho,
I don't think we're being dramatic about this.
No.
Tori, I want to talk to you about something
Okay.
because you started watching Hannibal recently.
I did.
And I've been watching Hannibal. And I want to pose this question to you.
Yeah.
Would you eat a human?
I can be a part of this conversation. I thought this would just be completely
it's not
about
just
Hannibal.
me and Tori.
Okay,
but
good.
like, if it was prepared like how he prepares it and just this elegant presentation and dish,
But I know it's a human.
but you know it's a human.
Oh.
Here's my thing with it.
No.
Here's my thing.
Dude, are you kidding? Like, if he prepared it himself? Like, I'm saying Hannibal Lecter prepared it for you in that fantastic presentation, like in the show, where it's artful,
He puts
it's
condiments
delicious.
on it, man. I don't like condiments.
That's okay.
That's
if
your
it was
out
just,
point.
if it was just like plain humans with Doritos sprinkled on top and cheese, and that's it, would you eat it? Like a taco with just Doritos, cheese, a flour tortilla, but the meat is human.
That's a face of someone who wants to say yes, but doesn't want to come across as a monster.
Well, no, like part of me wants to say yes, but also like, I don't know if I could do it.
Are you?
If it came down to it. You just want me. You want someone to back you up on.
I
This.
do, because
my ideal situation fits with you. Okay, I
Your
guarantee.
ideal situation. I don't
Yeah.
like how you're wording this.
No. Okay, hear me out.
You want to get in the business?
No. My ideal situation would be someone like wherever the meat came from, they were okay with it and or dying, but still healthy. And this was like their final wish to be prepared.
I don't think you can be dying but still be healthy.
No, like he was standing over them with a gun. Like
Whatever. Anyway, so that's like it comes from a humane source.
Oh, I don't give
right?
a fuck. Like if he
And-
told me that he just like killed someone, like and was just like, yeah, do you want to eat this? It looks gorgeous, and I'm kind of curious what it tastes like.
And the way it would be prepared in my ideal situation is like when you go to Sam's Club and they've just got that tray of shit with the toothpicks.
That's trashy.
Yeah, and then eating
I
like,
want elegance.
eating like one or two of those just to like kind of get a taste for it. You know, like yeah, it's all right, or you know, that's my ideal way of trying human.
on a sample tray.
Yeah.
At the local grocery store.
I want the elegant presentation that he gives.
Just go get a nice meal somewhere.
That's expensive.
So is killing a man.
What? A gun is pretty cheap. You can get bullets. I don't know how much.
Well, this is America.
This is America.
No.
No,
But
you
yeah,
just
like
live in-
I was watching the show and like I kept thinking like, would I eat a human? And then I was like, oh, all of those dishes look really good. I think I could do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. I mean, I'd be lying if I said like I'm not a little bit
No,
curious.
it's insanely curiosity like driven, right?
yeah.
It's all about like, no, that doesn't make me feel too comfy, but like, what does it taste like?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
but I
start
don't,
biting my own arm.
but I just
There's
don't think
nothing like it.
I don't know if I could do it. I just don't think I could.
Yes, I also could not do that. I am a perfectly sane person who agrees with you. Let us shake on not eating humans.
I don't think I want to do that.
Ha ha ha. We have come to an agreement that we are both not psychopaths.
I think we should call the police.
I think we should fire him first.
You're fired.
Yep, get out.
If you complete that call,
Yeah,
I will
hello.
eat you. I will literally eat you.
76542, and we have someone here who's very sane. I think he's a psychopath.
Oh, get pepperoni.
Yes, pepperoni.
Can you sprinkle fingers on it?
Oh my god! Please get here as soon as possible. Thank you.
So when's Papa John's coming?
No, it's on its way.
Oh,
Wait,
shit, dude.
You mean Papa Murphy's?
I don't fucking know anymore, dude.
I'm kidding. You had it right.
I'm living in this weird
Tay does
pseudo
not-
state of not knowing
Tay
one or the
does
other.
not understand the differences between Papa John's and Papa
They
Murphy's.
both exist.
Papa Murphy's
they
is
both
worse than
exist in
frozen
quantum
pizza.
superposition where they just fluctuate back and forth. Okay, that's Papa John's and Papa Murphy's.
No, it isn't. Papa John, racist but delicious. Like my aunt. I'm just kidding.
I bet he is delicious.
Wow,
we can
that was
only
a weird
find
way to
out
end
one
that.
way. We have to eat Papa John.
Stop. We're not eating anyone.
You said he was delicious.
I said his pizzas were delicious.
No, you
No,
said
he was
racist,
delicious.
I said
but
Papa
delicious.
John's.
Racist, but delicious.
Papa John's, the establishment.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Not Papa John.
Would you eat Papa John though?
No.
I'd eat Papa John.
I'd eat Papa John.
He probably got a good spice to him.
What's wrong with you guys? We can't eat people. I mean, I guess
legally.
technically.
On a technicality, we absolutely certainly can, but do you want to eat?
At what
Do you
point
wanna eat,
does
Tori?
Tyler
He doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones,
cross
so.
the line? Yeah, that's right. That's why I stay skinny, so cannibals don't get me.
That's the reason.
Yeah. It's done me good so far. So far, so good.
What the fuck are we talking about with
Only
Papa
had one
John's?
run in, and they took
That
one
you
look at
don't
me.
understand the difference between Papa John and
No,
Papa
before
Murphy.
that. Before we got into that bit.
Eating people.
There's like a
Tori was
transitional
calling the
bit.
police.
There's a transitional bit between that though.
I was ordering pizza.
I'm on to you.
Pizza this dick.
Oh. You just got cucked.
Bitch.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta
Get millennialed on, son.
Why you gotta do me like that? That ain't cool.
Shit on him now.
What?
What? Release your anger.
Release your bowels.
Own him. Don't be nice anymore.
Do a quick scope 360, Anakin. Pwn the noob.
Pawn him. Execute order. Pawnage.
Execute Order 69. Spit sucks.
Tay, get us the fuck out of here. Get us out of this train wreck, please.
Well, thank you for listening to Baseless Claims. You wasted a good amount of time listening to this podcast. Just kidding. We love doing this, and we love that, you know, we get some feedback on these. But if you want to leave more feedback, go ahead and do that wherever you may be listening or viewing this podcast, or reach out to any one of us on Twitter. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching or listening, and we'll be back next time.
Quick footnote. If any of you agree with me that you would eat a human, let me know in the comments or on Twitter at subtlycool. Thank you.
I think this is my last episode.
Both of your last episodes, because you're fired and you're getting eaten. So it'll just be me. It'll be a solo episode with Tay. Baseless Claims with Tay.
Yeah, but it also, you have to give it a really clickbaity title.
Yeah.
Like, solo hot babe
Well, no, I just
by herself on cam.
I'll just title it "Uninterrupted for the First Time."
That
Tune in next time to
be a
find
lie.
All right, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Please call 911.